Okay, Christina here to listen to some music, and today's music selection is Fear by Blue October. This is the second reaction on the channel to this band, Blue October. The first one was to Hate Me. The band came out in 1995, Hate Me came out in 2006, this one, Fear, came out in 2013, so I am really interested to see where this band is evolving. I mean, I've just barely have one little peek, one little window into what this band is about. And so I'm really interested to learn more because that's kind of what we're here for. And again, for those of you just getting to know me, I am a professional classically trained musician, instrumentalist, composer, vocalist, and professor. And so we talk about all sorts of different aspects of the music. We all learn a little bit of something. We have a good time. So again, I am interested to see what's going to happen with this band. So let's not delay any longer. Let's listen. Okay, here we go.
All my life, been running from a pain in me, a feeling I don't understand, it's holding me down. So rain on me, underwater. Harder, a heavy weight carry around. Today, I don't have to fall apart. I don't have to let the damage consume me. My shadows see through me, 'cause fear in it.
Woo, okay. This is really sweeping me away. Just like I'm seeing in the waves. I'm just getting swept away by this already. Like chills. It's not quite as straightforward of a story yet as the previous song. And I watched the video with that one as well. Like it was playing it out. Like he was in the house and with his family and stuff. This is different. This is him just reflecting on something. It does bother me that he's getting his Converse wet, but that's another issue. He stepped in there. It's like, oh, no. Okay, you can watch them later. Anyway, okay. Is it the same singer? I think it's him. I don't recognize him with the beard. Are those the same tattoos? The voice seems different. Everything seems different. They've really changed in 7 years. This is something. Okay, I'm going to back it up a little bit because that was like a big opening up, like after the first verse. I want to hear that in that introduction into this big chorus. I really like this so far.
Damage consume me, my shadows see through me, 'cause fear in itself will reel you in and spit you out over and over again. Believe in yourself and you will walk. Now fear in itself will use you up and break you down like you were never enough. Yeah, I used to fall, now I get back up. I'm up here, I'm looking at the way down there, and I'm staring through the I don't care that is staring back at me. Yeah. The beauty is, yeah, I'm learning how to face my beast, starting now to find some peace, oh, and set myself free. Yeah. Today, I don't have to fall apart. I don't have to let the damage consume me and my shadows see through me, 'cause fear in itself will reel you in and spit.
Okay. I am really digging this. This is connecting with me a little bit more than the first one was, and I enjoyed the first one, Hate Me, but I really, really love this message. That fear, I'm hearing fear in itself is enough to do the damage. And I mean, those aren't the exact words, but we'll go and look at the lyrics here in a bit. But I'm not looking for this. It's just really, truly there. There's just more maturity here. So I don't know what in the world happened in the last 7 years between 2006 and 2013 here, but there is something different here musically and emotionally. And there was some big stuff happening back then too, but there's something different. And I really like this. I like how I'm really getting swept up in it. Like I said, that's really the appropriate term. And maybe that's sort of what the point is here, is that you can get really swept up in your emotions, and fear can get in the way of your own success in life. And, that's like with the channel, just, it's okay to be okay. Just be okay. You don't have to be perfect. Just be okay. And so, being there with the ocean, sort of getting washed away with emotion and with starting anew. And this is really, really kind of wonderful. So back it up just a little bit to hear a little of this middle part. Have we heard an interlude part yet? I don't think so. Like a middle part that's a little different? I'm not sure. Let's just hear. I'm loving seeing his emotion though on his face while he's, his hands and his arms. It's more of that swept up feeling.
And my shadows see through me, 'cause fear in itself will reel you in and spit you out over and over again. Believe in yourself and you will walk. Now fear in itself will use you up and break you down like you were never enough. Yeah, I used to fall, but now I get back up. I'm moving on. Oh God, just move on. Today, I don't have to fall apart, and I don't have to be afraid.
All right. I know he's about ready to do it again. Look at him. He's like, "Urgh." Okay. I love that aspect of this. Like every time the big chorus comes in and he does this with his hands, I love that. That's what that music represents. Like I see the percussionists, whatever, striking that instrument, and he's sort of doing that emotionally in his personal experiences and on camera and in the music. This is very, very impactful. I really like this. Yeah, I believe that is the same lead singer. It just took me a while to recognize him. If I'm wrong, just let me know, please. But I think I'm right. I don't recognize his voice, though. It's different, just a little bit different. And that's okay. I mean, I've changed how I sing and play my instrument and, my violin. Just, you mature and evolve over time. And it's really, really neat to see how his voice, like I'm not hearing as much of that spread kind of sound that I heard in Hate Me. And maybe that's done purposely. Maybe he uses that spread voice on other tracks on this particular album. But in this song, I'm not hearing that. And I think that shows some breadth to his technique, which really makes me more and more curious about this band. Whew. Okay, so I heard the little interlude section in the middle. There's always a section in the middle that needs to be a little bit different from the normal verses and choruses that are happening throughout the song. And we heard that. It was really neat. He added sort of more of this kind of gesture to it. It all plays together really well. So I'm going to back it up and hear a little bit of that and hear how we go back into this last chorus and hear how it finishes out. Right now, and I don't get this with every reaction I do, but I am so excited to see how they're going to end this, because it's just that the rush is real, like when he goes into that chorus like this. Okay, it's really exciting. Here we go.
I don't have to fall apart, and I don't have to be afraid. Get back up, get up, ask for more. If you're bitter still, ask him to help you carry on.
Wow. Okay. My goodness. That was really great. I enjoyed every aspect of that. I enjoyed the message. I enjoyed the sound. I enjoyed the visual representation. I enjoyed his vocal technique. Not like I didn't enjoy what he did in Hate Me, but that one was so spread and just, and I know he may have been using that to musically represent that hate me, that angst, of his experience. Maybe tasting the bitterness of loss and regret and moving forward. But this, he was so open. I didn't see that spread angst. I saw more proclamation. His mouth was wide open, and that's going to change the tone of your singing voice. If you're going E compared to ah, it's going to be much different. And I feel like with Hate Me, he was in a room in a house. He was kind of in the dark with his sobriety issues, I believe is what was happening. His addiction, and everything was very closed and very dark. Even then, like in the car on the way to the cemetery, and just being very solemn. And this is big, the big wide open ocean, standing out there under the big blue sky, throwing his voice out there for the world to hear. And the way the song, just the sound of it, especially on headphones like this, just really wraps you up. I really felt swept up in it, but at the same time, it was so big. And him standing underneath the sky and in front of the whole ocean, just yelling out, singing out about fear and how it can hold you back. I believe that's what it's about. Why don't we double check? So, all my life, been running from a pain in me, a feeling I don't understand holding me down. I don't have to fall apart. I don't have to be afraid. I don't have to let the damage consume me. Breathe. Interesting. Whew. Musically, again, I loved this experience with his voice. It was bitter last time. This was more free and open. A little more comfortable, but again, that's what those songs represent. The instrumentation. So there was more electronic, sort of like not acoustic sounds in the background, which I happen to really love. I love both acoustic and not. And so I was hearing this sort of, I've said this word before, but like a preverb instead of a reverb. The percussion kind of went right ahead of, like almost like a crackling before the percussion instruments were struck. And so that gave it some extra interest. There was a little bit of resonance. I heard this little piano tinkering. Oh, at one point there was this weird little crackling sound off in the distance. I love those little details. And depending on what you listen to this music on, like just big speakers or a little phone or in your car or on different headphones, earbuds, there are different things that each audio experience will pick up. So that's kind of cool. This is just what I picked up this time. I heard a lot of strings in the background. We heard some strings in Hate Me as well, and that was an interesting, because it sounded to me like a cello last time, but then it was just like an electric violin that could just play really low, like they were able to move it down an octave electronically. This, though, I definitely heard like a cello and a bass kind of sound, like that had to have been what that was. There weren't any other instruments in this. It was just him facing his fear here, so I'm not seeing what the rest of the band is doing. Let's see if we can go back and find a few of those spots, though. Okay, so you hear the percussion. There's just this little sound right before. So it sounds like a whole bunch of people clapping, but it's like 50 of them are clapping too soon, right before the actual big beat. And that echoey guitar in the background is just really setting up this great atmosphere. Okay, let's see if we can find the first moment when he does that gesture with his hands. It's really cool. My shadows through me, 'cause fear in itself will reel you in and spit you out. Yeah, I really like what he's doing with his hands. It's not really smooth. It's almost jagged like the rocks are there on the beach. It's all very, very artistic and poetic. And I don't know how much of that is done on purpose. That's just what I'm picking up, but it's all very, very cool stuff. Love that big beat. It's a great hook for the song. So with this song, I'm hearing all of these little details, and sometimes with certain popular music, the song is composed, because again, I always kind of look at the form of the piece. We have verse, chorus, little interesting moment in the middle that changes it up, and then we end with another verse chorus kind of thing. And it's very enjoyable. And sometimes that form is presented to you in a very straightforward manner, so that that's what you come to expect from that song. And you want to go back and forth between the verse and the chorus. That does happen here, but you're also here to experience this song overall. It's not just that back and forth experience. It's more of the emotional experience of the entire thing. And so in doing that, you actually almost forget where you are. And so there's a really good reason why, he has that big gesture for that chorus moment, because it sort of pulls you out of your own head and makes you really listen. You don't want to be brought down too much with this experience, but you do want to be reflective just enough. And it's a really great balance. So it's not really a sad song. Partway through, you might kind of go, just take a moment to do a reality check for yourself. But it's got such a cool sound, that resonant sound. It's enjoyable on every aspect. So let's hear some of the strings. I'm looking at the way down there, and I'm staring through the I don't care. It's staring back at me. Yeah, so I can really hear that, and I'm still not convinced if it's a string bass or a cello yet. But I love that depth to it, and it sounds just acoustic enough with all of the electronic sounds and the digital reverb added to things. It's just a really cool experience. And again, that's what I think this whole thing, it's about the overall experience of the entire song and how it relates to the listener. So let's see how open the singer is now and hear that tone coming through. It's not so spread. It's really open and projecting out.
Don't have to be afraid.
So even there, right there, be afraid. It's a little bit hard to see through the beard, but you can sort of see from the side that he's not just going be afraid. He's be afraid like that. And there's a depth to his voice now, and I don't remember that being there so prominently 7 years before.
Get back up. Get up.
See how open his mouth is. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. So right there, he's kind of doing that, but that might have just been in the moment. In the recording itself, it doesn't sound like that at all. And so, wow, this is just really a new experience with this band. And again, I'm just really enjoying it. Okay, that was Blue October again on the channel, the second reaction with Fear. And I loved this one. I really, really liked Hate Me as well. But this one I think I like even more. And of course, those opinions can change over time. This is just how I feel right now. I really love the maturity. I think maybe that's kind of why I'm excited about this, is I love seeing how the band has evolved, the singer has evolved, the sound in general. I really enjoy that sort of thing. And I don't think that they turned into something too far removed from what they were. But then again, this is only my second listening of this group. What were they like when they first started out? This is just really interesting to watch. I love seeing this journey. And it's fun because I get to sort of have my own journey along with them. So please put in the comments, what are other songs I should hear that are a good representation of this group? And just in general, let's just keep going. I am really interested to see what else they have to offer here, especially if they keep coming up with these really nice messages, these deep emotional messages. Wow. Are all the albums this way? Do you just have to sit there and be like, for all of their albums? I mean, hey, I like the deep emotional stuff, but are there some lighter things? Are there some heavier rock things? I don't know. Well, we got to find out. So again, let me know what you suggest. And as always, just remember, don't let fear take over. You don't have to be perfect. Just be okay. And keep listening.